Okay, so I'm going to paint a sweet gum for you. That's a type of, looks like a 5-lobed maple. And I start with my brush straight up and down, and I press and I pull and I make it a little curve so it looks pretty. And then I'm going to get the center lobe. So I'm going to press and make what looks like a big bamboo stroke right there. That. The second lobe, I'm going to come from this part here and then press. Get the second lobe. Come here. Press to get the third lobe. Come back out. Press to get the fourth lobe. Come next to it. Press to get the fifth lobe. And if you want this to look wider, you can take your tip and press it at the tip and extend it. And there's my sweet gum. Okay. The next one I'm paint for you is the American elm. And that's just a big fat fat leaf. And so I'm going to leave some of my orange on my brush, and then I'm going to go in and get some green. A little bit of green here too, so that I have orange and green on my brush. I can blend it a little bit here on my plate. Same thing with the stem. Come in and press and pull to get the stem. And when I get to where I want the leaf to start, I press down and I'm pulling and I'm making it in an arc, lifting up. Okay. So I have one big fat stroke. If I don't want to paint backwards like this with my backhand, I can turn my paper over like that so that it's more easily reached by my hand. And for me, it's easier to come from right to left this time. You can also go from left to right, probably easier for you if you're right-handed. Okay. Press and see how much of my brush is touching the paper, and then I'm twisting that like that. I'm going to let these dry, these two dry a little bit, and then I'm going to vein them. So meanwhile, I'll be able to do the other leaves. So the next one is the oak. Okay. And just for some variety, I'm going to take some ink and add that to my brush. Clean it off. And this time I'm going to come in with my stem and paint all the way through where I feel the leaf would be. Okay. Like that. And the oak leaf is has lobes on it, and they're smaller at the top, and when they get to the tip of the leaf, they're bigger. So there's several ways to do that. I think the easiest way for you to see is just like I did for the elm, almost a side stroke. Pull, come back, and I'm doing like a U shape. Pull, come back. Pull, come back. Pull. Here around the corner, like that. All right. Turn the paper upside down to make it easier for myself. Do the short ones, a small one, upside down U shape. And there's my oak leaf. Another way to do this is take my brush and make that shape the same. Here's the stem. Okay. And going to scribble in the parts. So whichever way you find it easier to do, that's the way you should do it. Do you want to scribble it in or do these upside down U shape? Right. Now we'll do the 2 maples, 5-leaf maple, 5-lobe maple, and then the 7-lobe maple. Okay, clean my brush out. I'm going to start loading my color with clean brush. Okay. So I've got the deeper orange. It's like an orange red here. Loading it up really well. And then going into the darker red. And then choosing a little bit of blue here, because I don't want it to come out too warm looking. Okay. And then I'm going to blend it on my plate here. All right. I'm going to draw the stem. And when I'm satisfied with how big the stem is, I'm going to press my brush and make what looks like a chili pepper shape. Okay. And then come from here, do another chili pepper shape. Another chili pepper shape. That's 3. And then 4. And 5. Okay. So unlike the gum, which the top 2 lobes point down, I'm making them point up a little bit. And if you want a little wider, come back in with another stroke next to it. To broaden it a little bit. And that'll create its own vein. Right? Okay. So now we have the 5-lobe maple, Japanese maple. We're going to do the 7-lobe. So I'm going to make this even a little bit deeper. So I'm going to dip this into a bit of brown. Load it up real thick. Here's the stem. Press. 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 Again. 4, 5, very similar to the 5, right? And then 6 and 7. There we go. Now, typically Asian brush painters will do veins in black. But if you want to make it more natural, you can do it in just darker tones, right? But I'm going to go back and put the veins in. So going back to my sweet gum, I follow the stem here, press, and I round out the veins. You can even add a few more here and there. Okay. Here's the elm. The elm has a lot of veins. So I'm going to choose to do the elm in a more natural color so you can see the difference. Follow this stem, come in and create my center. And then these are going to be like curved a lot. Okay, there's the elm. The oak has already created a lot of its own veins because of the way we did the brush strokes, but we can enhance that by coming in and taking advantage of the beautiful brush strokes that were created by the rice paper. Okay. Again, coming into the center and pulling out a few veins. Going into, I'm going to do my maples in purple for the veins. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And there you have lots of leaves for autumn. Thanks for watching.